talk about you coming back to WWE on a full-time basis and being paired with Dolph Ziglar. Have you watched him and have you seen him?
I love Dolph. He wrestled at Kent State. Okay. And actually, Dolph and I sat and watched. He's from St. Ed's in Cleveland, right?
Right.
We went to Blair Academy. And the first time in 20 years, St. Ed's beat Blair. My son wrestled a kid named Honeycutt, who's a two-time national champion now at Ohio State. And my son was tied 3, when it was 3-2. My son was ahead going to the third period, and he got ticked. He just blew up. He got tired. Honeycutt ended up beating him. And that wasn't a difference in the tournament, because a kid that was a national champion at Penn State, school Reed lost the final match, so Reed didn't cause the loss. But the first time in 21 years that Blair didn't win the Nationals.
Do you, when you watch Dolph, does he remind you of a young Kurt Hennig a little bit?
He does a little bit, yeah. Actually, I never thought about it like that, but yeah, he does. Dolph's a great kid, man. God, I mean, that kid's got unlimited potential.
Would you like being paired with him as his manager role?
I'd love that.
Who in WWE right now, as far as like top talent, do you feel is definitely the biggest moneymaker there besides John Cena?
Well, I love Randy Orton. Randy Orton is phenomenal. I think Punk is doing a great job for him. I don't know what kind of money those guys are making, but I mean, they're not making Austin Rock money, but they're making good money. And it's just hard because I'm still really close friends with The Undertaker, right? And we talk, and he's banged up bad. And I mean, I'm so lucky in my health, because I see these guys, right, that are, The Undertaker's health, his health is good, but his body has been through a lot.
Are you shocked that he's going to come back this year for one more run for Mania?
I didn't know that he was. Is he?
He's supposed to do something with Punk.
Oh, good. Hope he does.
I'm probably going to shoot it tomorrow, but you there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, a lot of people say, I don't know if you're aware and you follow the sheets or whatnot. I'm sure you're not on the internet or anything like that. But back, especially the late 90s, early 2000, when you were working a lot of the matches for TNA, a lot of the fans and the critics would say, all right, when is Rick and Hawk and these guys going to step aside and let the younger guys, get the spotlight? Or
When the young guys get better.
That's what I was going to ask you. What would you say to those critics?
When the young guys get better, they can take my spot.
All right.
I can sell out talk any of them. And if you give me 6 months to get in shape, I can't work them. That's how I feel. But it's not personal, but I know who I am.
Right.
And if I was in bad health, it would be one thing. I'm a cosmetic nightmare, but I can get back in shape.
How is your health all around today, besides the leg problem?
Great.
Okay. No other issues?
Nothing.
What's missing from WWE today? If there's one thing, if you were watching their TV, and I'm not trying to bash WWE or anything like that, but if you're a critic and you watch their TV, what would you say, in your opinion, is missing from the product? If you could change one thing about the product, what?
I wouldn't. I think they're doing great. What's there to change? It's just hard. They're trying to build new stars every day, and it's hard to do. It just is. It takes. I've been on TV for 40 years. It's hard to be on TV for 2 weeks and get over.
Right.
And the people don't know half the new names and the new guys and all that, but they survive, and they'll find, sooner or later, a guy will come along with a bell medal and will make it. I mean, a lot of the little guys have made it. Not little guys. A lot of the guys from Tampa have made it, but you don't make it in a year. You got to be on TV for a couple of years.
What are your thoughts on NXT and the developmental system for WWE? Do you think there should be territories where the guys could work a lot more than just going to a system down in Florida and just working with the same talent and not getting experience?
I love the territory thing, but that's never going to happen.
Right. Obviously.
NXT is awesome.
What are your thoughts about the infrastructure down there with Dusty as far as teaching?
Well, I love it. My God, awesome.
Can you explain to the fans down there what goes on that might not know as far as the training regimen?
Well, my daughter trains from 8 till 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and one day is all about interviews. The other time it's wrestling and coaching, and they do house shows at night. And Steve Kern's a great guy. Steve runs it up basically.
Right.
If I was working down there, I would teach the kids a little different style, but I'm not there, so.
What would you do?
I just think that it's really hard to learn psychology of the business, you know, and they don't have time, you know, and it's kind of like a rush deal, but it's still it's the business today. Times have changed. It's all good.